Okay, lawnmowers. Let's talk about some lawnmowers. I've decided my next project will be a few push mowers. I have these two right here, and I have this one right here. This one right here will be getting its own video later on, but let me just say right now, it's probably not staying together. So anyways, these two here, the green one I got for free from a friend of mine. It ran last year, but it would start and die. No matter what you did, it would start and die. It would actually run for about a minute, maybe 2 minutes, then it would die. Most people would probably say it's the ignition coil, which I do believe it is. I just have never gotten around to changing it out or diagnosing it more. It's a perfect pace machine. It does work. It's got the bagger, obviously. The only downside to these, when you're starting them, you tend to push in on this handle right here, and it moves the machine. But this one right here, I've looked them up online, what people are asking for them. I should definitely get this machine up and running and get it sold. At the moment, it won't start. The carburetor is dirty. I did leave fuel in it, but it was stored in the tent shed. Now, this one right here is also in fairly decent condition. And both of these, I believe, are 21 inch. I could be wrong on that, but that's besides the point. I picked this one here up from a yard sale. I paid very little for it, but I bought it in non-running condition. It came with the bagger. The bagger, unfortunately, does have a hole in it. Not too big of a deal, but it pulls over, has good compression. If you spray some ether into it or a carburetor cleaner, it will run. Runs, dies. I do have a carburetor for actually either one of these, or take the one off the mower I showed earlier, the other red one, since its fate hasn't yet been decided, but most likely it is being pulled apart, and it does have a brand new carburetor on it. But I do have the carburetor that came off that red one, so most likely the one that came off that red one, I did clean it. It didn't look too bad, but I'd already ordered a carburetor, and I'm not that guy who returns carburetors after putting gas in them, as long as there's no major issues with them. So the carburetor I have left over will most likely go on this machine here, and I should be able to get this up and running and get it sold. I'm hoping. It's probably going to need an air filter. It's probably going to need oil. But other than that, it should be good to go. I may or may not have a replacement bag. If I do, good. If I don't, it'll go with that one. So that's pretty much what this one right here will need. Just a little bit of carburetor work. So that's what I'm going to be working on next for my next couple little projects. I want to kind of get these done before doing anything else major, because I got money sitting here. I might as well try and get them done and get them gone. Worst case scenario, yes, they said around until next year, but I will do the smart thing. I'll drain the fuel and I will winterize them. And yes, this one here is missing the air filter, but it was not ran without an air filter, unlike that one right there. Again, more on that in a second. It was just recently taken off because the guy I got it from was trying to diagnose its problems, so they took the air filter off. I do have an air filter for it. It's just a matter of getting a new filter element and putting the cover on. So there we go. These are the first two that will be coming up very, very soon. I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.